JCPS families will head back to school August 9th. And this morning, some families will be thinking about sending a child to school for the very first time. Joining us to talk about how to best prepare your little ones is Rina Gratz. She's with JCPS Early Childhood Programs. Rina, good morning. Good to see you, and thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
What kind of things can parents do for the next week or so to help young students be prepared to head to school?
Well, first, Candace, I think it's important for them to communicate with their child's school and teachers if they haven't already. Find out what you need to know about your school's arrival and dismissal procedures, what bus your child will be riding, and if they're a car rider, letting the school know who will be dropping off and picking up your child. There's a great video on the JCPS Back to School homepage to help parents prepare their kindergartners to ride the bus for the very first time, so I hope they check that out. Secondly, I think get familiar with your child's school, and by walking by or driving by, pointing out to your child the front door, the bus loop, the playground. Talk to your child about any questions they may have or what they might expect in the classroom, in the hallways, in the lunchroom, in the bathroom. It's so important that we get to reassure them and maybe shoo away some of those butterflies they may have in their bellies. And finally, practice saying your child's first and last name with them. That is so critically important, especially these first few days of school when school staff are still getting to know your child. We want to make sure your child is safe and that they're exactly where they need to be at all times.
I know some children cannot wait to grab that backpack and run into school, but others are very anxious. What things can parents do to make that first day a smooth one that does not include tears?
Yes. There's no better time to start good habits to set your child up to succeed in school than right now. So, first of all, bedtime routine, very important. Get to bed early after they brush their teeth, read a bedtime story. Work with them to choose and lay out their clothes for the next day. Set a wake-up alarm and encourage your child to get themselves dressed as independently as they can. Secondly, come up with good, healthy breakfast choices. So this week is a good week to go to the grocery store with your child and pick out with them favorite cereal, yogurt, milk, all those good things that they can have in the morning. You can even, for fun, have your child draw up a breakfast menu. And then finally, of course, establish a daily reading habit with your child. Research tells us that children who are read to, read with, and who are exposed to adults who read daily are much more likely to do well in school. And you can find those reading moments really any time of the day, anywhere, at the bus stop, in the car, at the park. So get reading.
Finally, and we're almost out of time, if parents sense early on in the school year that something is not quite right, what action do they take?
Absolutely. Again, I would go back to not hesitating to communicate with the teacher. That's your first person that you go to is your child's teacher. Communication is key to making sure that this transition for your child is as smooth as possible.
All right, Rina Gratz with JCPS Early Childhood, thank you so much. Hope you and everybody else have a great start to the school year.
Great. Thank you very much.